I don't know whether it's like a funny camera angle or, there is a thing that we call scaption, and we're not going to go there right now, okay, which is that midpoint. But abduction, you've got to externally rotate, and it's out to the side. It's completely out to the side. Okay? No book is ever perfect, and that's why we look at various sources. Okay, so your abduction is completely out to the side. Why is it critical that we know the difference between active and passive range of motion for muscle testing? So you know the integrity of the joint. What's their actual, their range of motion capability, and what's their range of motion ability. Okay, how far can the joint go? How far can they do it themselves? Okay, that's going to inform your muscle grade. So we're just going to go through it. Now the thing you have to remember is while range of motion is based on normals, manual muscle testing, the range of motion that we're looking at for manual muscle testing is based on available range for the patient at that time. So I may have some limitation in my passive range of motion. And that's an issue. So I'm off normal for range of motion, so you might want to do some stretching. Okay? But then you need to look at, so manual muscle testing is based on available range. Okay? So if your active range of motion equals passive range of motion against gravity, what's your muscle grade? 3. Okay? So I always go in assuming that everybody's at 3. I start testing at 3. Depending on my results, I either go up the scale or down the scale, but the middle range is 3. Okay? So active equals passive against gravity, and they really can't take any resistance. Okay? It's all about the resistance because we're looking at muscle strength. So can they fight that movement? Okay? So those are the critical pieces of a 3. Active range of motion equals passive range of motion against gravity, and they can't take any resistance. So let's go up the scale now. Okay? So let's say, so the next thing, so if we're going up the scale, then the next thing is going to be 3 plus. Okay, so we know our definition of 3, so 3 plus what? Okay, so our plus is that they're going to take minimal resistance. What that feels like is you're able to fairly easily push them all the way down, but you can feel them resisting that. Okay, so they don't have the strength to really hold it up, but you can feel them trying to do it all the way through.
And the 3 would be just straight down.
Right. Right. Okay. So that's a 3 plus. So what's our next step? 4 minus. Okay, so let's go a whole step and look at 4, and then we'll back down to 4 minus. Okay. So a 4 is active equals passive range of motion against gravity, and they can take moderate pressure. So the resistance that you're giving them, you're giving them a good effort. They're feeling pretty strong, but they can't really hold it at the top end, okay? It's just like a little off. 5 is going to be a solid, budget. So a 4 is going to be a little off of that. So a 4 minus is 4 minus what? No. 4. What's a 4? We just described a 4.
Moderate.
So it's going to be a little weaker. So it's somewhere between a 3 plus, 4 minus. So 3 plus is you can push them all the way down, but you can feel them resistant. So a 4 minus is going to be, you're going to get more of that. You're not going to necessarily push them all the way down, but you're going to get more play in it. And then 5 is solid, normal, strong. Okay? Questions about the top end of the range?
Would you do a 4+ then? If it was like,
You will
that
see
seems
therapists
really
out there that
close.
do a 4+. You know, the difference between 4+ and 5 is
Yeah,
negligible.
yeah.
4- is more valuable than 4+. All right, so let's go back to our middle range, our 3. All right. So what's below a 3? 3-. So what's your definition of 3-? 3- something, right?
More than halfway.
Yeah.
Not a middle range.
So the active is not going to equal passive. Okay, 3-. So let's say I've got full passive range of motion, but my active range of motion is at least, you know, like I can get it most of the way, so at least halfway or better. That's going to be a 3-. So I'm getting it up against gravity significantly, but I can't get it all the way. Okay. At that point, are you going to try to apply resistance? No, why? They don't have the strength to carry their own arm all the way. Why are they going to take resistance? Okay? So if you come up with the 3-, you're done. Okay? Yeah.
Do we just state that out loud so you know that we're not like skipping the step or whatever? Or
You can.
okay.
You know, I'm going to be making notes of it.
Okay.
And so if you don't say it out loud, I'm going to make a note of it, and I'm going to look for it in your
Okay.
notes. You're going to tell me one way or the other.